Let me see. Okay, there. So, hello, everybody. And thank you for watching. This looks funny over here. Okay, so I am checking to see if we are. Maria Graham, I didn't have a chance to call you back today. I looked up and it was like 5:30, and I said, let me just lay down and close my eyes for a minute and rest them. So, hello. I want to thank those of you in the bushes, Mike, Deb. If that's you, Deb S., you were on my TV when I sat down for a minute. Joanne Stevens, hello, sissy. Countdown is T-2 for me to leave the great state of Connecticut, zone 6B, and go to Arizona 9B. So I will be looking forward to that and seeing what I can get into there. I would like to thank the members who are paid members of the Friends and Family Club. You can join just by clicking on your phone, the bottom right hand corner, the $sign. And the money's used for donations, postage, things of that like that to support the channel. Okay, so let me see if I can pull up the chat in my phone. The devil's always busy, you know. So I had my computer, I usually sign in from my favorite chair over there with the comfortable thing. Joanne just finished cleaning up my suite. You guys, my sister, when she cleans up, I don't even know how to do it like she does. You know how you go in the fancy hotels and they vacuum their way out of your room and it's got all those nice little lines in the carpet? That's what she does in the parts of the house. There's like a sitting room on the second floor with a big TV on it. And since it's near my room, I decided one day, even though it hurts to vacuum, with a hip replacement and two knees, it's like you're rocking. But I tried to vacuum. She turned right around after I finished and redid it. And it did look better. I admit. I admit. So my suite is sweet. Oh, good. Angel can come upstairs and get under my bed in 2 more days. So today I had to pick up some last minute supplies. Monday night is when I'm leaving. Sunday, tomorrow, I'm going to visit mom. Thanks for you all's prayers. She is out of the hospital and in a temporary rehab for 2 weeks. But I'm going to see her tomorrow and spend some time with her, a few hours. And then I'm off to my big adventures. And I have to close this place down for a month. So so I was doing that. When you're not going to be home for a minute. Oh, let me see if I can show you. I did turn the lights down back there so it wouldn't be such a glare. But back there where I usually have all those plants, they're mostly outside. I have some holy basil and some sweet basil out there. Joanne said Angel tried to get in my room already. Uh, my poor sister has a house guest that takes over. She said she saw Girl Dad cooking up deliciousness. I see you cooking up all that deliciousness. And I saw girl dad's girl one day out there planting with her little hands, planting seeds. I was so happy to see that. I was younger than that when I started in the garden, putting seeds in the dirt. My sister Joanne Stevens never liked playing in the dirt. She had on her little dress and we went outside. I would be playing in the dirt, doing something, collecting worms, caterpillars, something. And if she sat down, got tired and sat down, she would be on a little piece of newspaper, all neat and clean. Not me, not me. So, you guys, I don't know what your tradition is for Mother's Day, but our tradition in the Pankey family, we celebrate Mother's Day as Women's Day. Rita's Roost, hi. I saw you and your mom. You are so cute together. Your mom is like my mom. We have to say, oh, mom, we're alive, because mom's going to say whatever mom thinks, Yeah, no. My sister Joanne knows. She knows. She knows mommy. I can't wait to see my girl tomorrow. And she's so cute. When she was in the hospital, I don't know if I told you guys this. Forgive me if I'm repeating. She's sitting up in the hospital with her favorite neck bone pillow. I think I have, oh, I don't see any over there. Stuff that I'm going to use, but I think I might have enough to make one more neck bone pillow ever out of that fabric with the butterflies and the dragonflies. She has a couple of neck bone pillows, but that one is her favorite. She's sitting up there with her pillow. She had them bring it from home, and that was in the hospital, not the rehab, where you can wear your own clothes and everything, and get ready to go home. Mother Marie Graham says hello. She doesn't have access to see it in the rehab right now, but I'll make sure she sees the replay at some point. And yeah, so we're running out of time. And for those of you who are making last minute gifts, it's still not too late. You can still make one or some. So I'm going to be working on a couple of things today. And I have them ready. Well, one thing, I don't know if you can see this. I didn't make this, but this is a little painting that my great granddaughter did. Oh, there, speaking of Mother's Day, there are 6 living generations and 5 living generations of mothers in my branch of the family. And as I was starting to say, we celebrate all the women in the family, all the women, because you know what? Me as a mom, especially a young mom, I never would have made it. I never could have made it without my family. My family is still an important part of our life. My children, my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, my great great grandchild and a half. And my sister Joanne knows what's going on with the will be new mom before I do, because it was like I was just the what is it, the egg, not the egg donor, but the surrogate. I was the surrogate, and the children came through me, but they belong to everybody in the family, and everyone loves them as much as I do. My baby sister and I were talking about that, and she said, "Well, with your kids," I said, "Well, that's just it. They were never my kids. Whether my sisters or brothers corrected them or anybody else in the family, I knew that my siblings, everybody loved them as much as I did, as much as I do. There is no more love than that, and that's how we interact. And my mother's n- nurse was telling my son when he was here about a month or so ago. She said, your mommy, something. So Aaron said, no, that's mom. That's mommy right there. Joanne Stevens saying hello, happy Mother's Day to everyone, all the nurturers, all the moms. And he was saying, Aaron was saying, no, that's mommy. Mommy is my mom. Everybody calls her mommy. They call me mom. Mike's taking a 5-minute break from outside. Oh, them squirrels, I'm coming to your house to get a handout. I like peanuts. I like nuts. PIA Tracy, welcome in. You've been busy. I see all you guys planting stuff outside. My poor kids, I don't know if they're gonna live or die. I left them in for the last. I don't want to get up. Don't look at my boom boom. Don't look at my boom boom. So these are the last to go outside. These three are holy basil. These are the sweet basil that I planted on 3/5. And yeah, so they will be going out and hopefully they will live until I come back. I re I potted this avocado. She can't go outside. I'm hoping she'll be able to make it. The root is pretty long, so it's a double cup, and hopefully she'll be able to live on her own. I will leave her indoors. My bathroom is like another room, you guys. It's big. It's big. If I had one of those street worthy wheelchairs, where you go get on the bus, whatever, come drive around. That's I have a pretty big handicapped apartment, and I could ride it through this whole joint in here, including the bathroom. I have a step-in shower, and it's like a room. I have a dresser in there and everything. Another a big crate for Hershey when he feels like going in there to get away from the rest of the house. It's big. So let's get to making a little something something, and I will have two more gifts ready. So this little I don't know if I finished telling you. I get so excited. This was a gift from my great granddaughter, who is a mom, and this is a gift she made me in 2024. I will cherish this for life. For life. Do you see how simple this is? It's not color between the lines. I like that she made it abstract. I love you. And Nana Rylan is her son, Simone. And what she did is she put a refrigerator magnet on the back. So, monkey see, monkey do. I learned from, I always say there are I have been alive for 8 living generations. And knowledge goes from the elders to the youngsters, and from the youngsters on up. I learned this little trick from her. I was looking to see one of my housewarming gifts is up there, up there, a painting of a feather that her mother made. My primary color is purple, and turquoise is, or teals, and those color blues are my second favorite. So my place is mostly neutral colors, like black furniture, black and gray, neutral colors, black and white rug, lots of like leopard print. Like, I don't know if you saw that. That's the corner of a mirror, and it's like faux snake skin. I have a tray, so stuff that inter 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 combines with the other colors. I've got bags on the table, so let's turn on this sewing machine. No, it's not. Oh, PIA, you guys, this is, and you can click on it. This is a lanyard that I will be wearing and taking with me on the plane on Monday night. And if you click on it, it's my YouTube channel. It's on a black lanyard with purple shiny stones, and it is my channel. So I should have had it on. I didn't think about it when I dropped my artwork off the other day. I submitted two. One was a drawing and one was a watercolor painting to a small exhibit here in Connecticut. And the lady was saying, "What is your YouTube channel?" And I was spelling it out for her. And I don't know, go GQUAT, Garden, Quilt, and Art Show. It shows what the GQUAT stands for. So, what are we doing today? I'm going to stop Hershey. Oh, him and his daughter can act a fool. So, I won't see Hershey for a month. Yes, he's going with me. He's going with me. However, when he gets to Auntie Joanne, Uncle Roscoe's big old house, like she said, my suite, I'm in my section of the house, and he goes in the master suite downstairs and hangs out. Hershey, stop, knock it off. And I don't see him until I leave. Auntie Joanne walks him. He goes out in the backyard. He's their dog when I'm there. And he turns into a brat like his daughter. Like his daughter. So I picked this up. My eye doctor gives me these. They're like the gauze, but you can't buy the fine gauze like this. My eye waters a lot, and it just feels good when I wipe it with that. Okay, so what are we going to work on today? We are going to finish this fabric license plate, and I got it one year where they do I'm not flower, fabric shop hops, where you go to all these fabric shops, and not the big box stores, but different fabric stores, and you collect something. I paid for this one, and it says collect them all, but it looks like a license plate. And this one was in a town called Norwalk, Connecticut, Christie's Quilting Boutique, and it was in walking distance from some of the places. She has her QR code, and I thought this was, oh, there it is. I thought that this was 2018. No, I moved in this apartment in 2018. But look, this is from 2016. So it's time to finish it. Oh my goodness. Next year will be 10 years. G Mama Grows, thank you for coming. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. So I'm going to finish this little license plate. And like my great granddaughter put those little magnets on the back of her little painting right here. So I asked her where she got them. I've had these a couple of years, and she got them at the dollar store. It's $1.25 now. They're actually stuck to each other because I have 2 packs. I don't know if they still sell them, but there are 14 pieces in this pack. So when I finish this will be the back. Where is my water? 1 minute, you guys. That is my asthma. I get so excited, I start mouth breathing. And I'm going to take a little sip of water. Thirsty throat. It was very windy here in Connecticut. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. I saw you. You've been winning everything. Hello, Donzel Cooper. I see you now. There's a delay. I'm looking the at the screen, and it takes a few minutes. That's why you see me sometimes go over here and look at my phone. Let me pull up the phone chat because the phone chat has stuff that, excuse me, that I can't see from over here. So let me pull it up and see what you guys, excuse me, have been saying. Okay, so GQUAT, Garden Quilt and Art Show. Hold on, you guys, while I pull you up here. There are 12 of you watching. Thanks for the thumbs up. And I have 11 thumbs up. There are 10 of you in here. So that means that people have come and gone. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I just didn't see it yet. And I appreciate each and every one of you. I do have to say one thing, Donzel Cooper, I appreciate you. You're always the first one in the chat when it ends, and you always leave a message, and I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you. G Mama says, take time and refresh yourself. Woo-wee. Because I saw Mike said it was 73 degrees in the 90s all week. Well, it's 90s every day in Arizona. Sorry, sissy. Running up your electric bill for a whole month. A whole month. I'll contribute to the cause I'll be out there with the AC on up there on the second floor. And I've already decided what I want to do in the yard, in the gardens and whatnot. And she said, my sweet, I take over a section of the yard at her house. I'm a guerrilla gardener. I take over a piece of wherever I go. My mother's house. Don't invite me to your house. I'll be out there dropping seeds. You'll be stuff popping up when I'm not even there. And you'll be saying, who did that? That pen was here, as Daddy would say. When we were little, when they first moved into that house, like about 55 years ago, they planted a row of azalea bushes in the back. It's a city house, but it's a really big yard, and it's in different sections. And he named each of the azalea bushes for one of his four daughters. Jags Farms, the Honey Dripper. Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is something called Thinsulate. It doesn't belong on the back of this little license plate, but I'm putting it on there because I want it to look like a license plate, and I'm hoping a little bit of the silver will show. So, and I have two little mug rugs. Hey, you guys, guess what? So there's a cute little dog. You'll see him in a minute. A bunch of dogs. I have 2,199 family members. And guess what? When I get to 2,200, I'm going to do a little giveaway. And these will be at least one of them will be a giveaway and probably a dishcloth. So 2. That is a happy number. My granddaughter's favorite numbers. Her birthday is 2/22, and she and her husband got married on 2/22, 2022. So, Joanne Stevens says it's nice and cool there. The thermostat is set on 78 and it feels good. It's 98. It's 90 degrees outside. Whoa. Whoa. Well, I'm going to see when I'm out there, you guys, if I can broadcast out by the pool with all the trees and stuff. I know I cannot walk around with my computer like my sister does, but my shoulders, my rotator cuffs are not cooperative. So I will see if I can do pop-ups on my phone. Figure that out. Figure that out. And one of my first things to do, I want to go to Tractor Supply and and see what's left. Last time I went there, they were sold out of everything good. Everything good. I bought one overpriced rosemary bush that promptly died. So, Jegs, let me move this thing because where I'm sitting now, one second, I'm going to move my logo to the other side. See, I know how to do all that stuff by myself like a big girl now. Chat. Okay. All right. So I won't be able to see. Oh, for those of you who are content creators, put an exclamation mark GQUAT in the chat, and you will be able to drop your channel. Just in good faith, I'm going to sew these first because, as I said, I have 2,199 bottles of beer on the wall. 2,199. You put one up and pass it around. There's 2,200 on the wall. So I will be giving this cute little mug rug away. And additionally, I started a dishcloth. I had one finished, but I gave it away today. I gave it away to one of my neighbors. So I will be doing a straight stitch. I'm going to put it on 3 millimeters wide and 0 width. And I'm sewing with neutral thread because that's what most quilters do. It's either an off-white or titanium gray kind of thing. Oh, I don't need that over there for the moment. And we're just gonna go, I'm gonna make square corners on these. And it's just a simple little gift, you guys. And it's unisex. It's for anybody who would like to win it in the lower 48 because shipping is ridiculous. You probably have to pay tariff on it if you're outside of the borders, and it's just not worth it. And by the time you ship it, and shipping never seems to get there, so when you get to the corners, don't forget to leave your needle down. Make one more stitch, and I will backstitch here, and just for giggles and kicks, I'm gonna chain piece it. Why? Because I like using this little chain cutter. It has a little razor blade in there, and you use it to cut the thread in between things that you're sewing. So where's the other one? Of course, it is neatly filed on the floor. On the floor. I'm going to put one of these QR codes, I think, on the end of my sewing machine. Now that I have a table that's big enough, I can have my Cricut out. I can have the embroidery machine. I can have more than one machine out at a time when I get back. And of course, I can put up my cutie frame. The other thing that you're supposed to do is this take up lever. When you stop, bring it up to the top, which I did not do just now. And I'm lucky that the thread didn't break because it does keep tension on the lower bobbin. So this will be fun. And, well, I'll show you in a minute. I will show you in un momento. Excuse my back if I'm missing something. Lorraine T, I am missing something. Hello. Hola, hermana, and thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We will miss each other when you come to visit Mom. I actually have to go to her town when I get back. So, whoops, keep the needle down, turn the corner. So, Dunzel Cooper, because you're always the first one to leave a comment when my live stream ends. Please email me. My email is on the bottom of the ticker tape at the bottom, ellenpankey@gquat.com. If you will send me a mailing address, I will send you one of these mug rugs. And I appreciate your business, sir. I appreciate all the extra little things that you do. All of you, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I always try to do little things, as you know. As you know, when I'm in Arizona, I will probably be making some. I will probably be making some fabric postcards. I know I have some things to do for the house out there to contribute to the cause, like polishing all that silver. That will certainly probably be outside. It's going to be a messy job. Messy, messy. So now we are starting on the license plate. And when you turn your hand wheel, you always, on every sewing machine, you always turn it towards you. Turning it backwards messes up the timing. Because there's a gear, it keeps going forward, 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 forward. And just so that you can see all the way down. And so you just want to remember to always turn it forward. Everybody doesn't sew, but if you're watching, sometimes you'll say somebody will have a problem and you'll know what the solution is. So this one, I'm putting rounded corners. The mug rugs, I decided, just because it's my design feature, I put square corners on there. Okay. I had already trimmed this little backing piece on here. She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Left, left, right, left. I had to go home, but I left, right, left. Auntie Joanne and Uncle Rustin and I used to walk 5 a.m. every morning. And I used to call Cadence. I used to call Cadence. Yes, family time. I love living alone. I love being with my family. I love being with you guys. When I'm here, it's like kids who go in their private playhouse and play with all their toys all by themselves. That's what it's like when I'm here. My neighbor today, I gave a dishcloth to. Her parking space is like two away from my assigned space, and of course, whenever I go to Arizona for a month, that's when they decide to repave the parking lot. So I had to make arrangements to have her do a couple things. So I gave her for Mother's Day, I gave her a handmade dishcloth, and she said, I'll put it up here with the other one. I'm like, oh, the other one, I must have given her some before. She used to be in my arts and craft class. She used to be one of the people in my arts and craft class. So I just said I was going to use this, didn't I? Well, I'm glad I showed it to you before because I already did it with these other nips. Oh, well, tisk tisk. So I'm going to take take Donzel's mug rug. Don't forget, Donzel, to send me an address. It doesn't have to be your home address, just an address that I can mail this to you. And it is yours, sir. And the other one, when I get to 2200, if it's tonight, will one of the moderators let me know? And we will know who the mug rugs are going to. I just think they're really cute. There wasn't much of this fabric. It was only a fat quarter to start with. And the bigger piece I'm saving for Hershey's current dog walker. And when I am unable to go outside, actually, I have more than one dog walker when I'm unable to walk, or I have some type of surgery or something and I can't go outside. So I have a helper, and she walks him some mornings, and Mr. Hershey, that is. And then sometimes I have to spend the night at the hospital or something for some little stupid procedure. And um, my neighbor, Joan, comes and gets him. And she's so sweet. She gave me a Mother's Day gift. I wasn't going to show it to you, but I will. Look how cute this is going to be. They're exactly alike. She gave me a Mother's Day gift. I have one for her. How cute is this? Because it was sentimental, and I was trying not to get sniffy. It's a beautiful turquoise pin. I love turquoise. I wear a lot of turquoise. I think I told you that's my second favorite color after purple. And here's the back of it. And guess whose it was? She doesn't have any sisters or any daughters. She's a little older than I am, and she gives me something. This was her mother's. This was her mother's. She thought enough of me to give it to me. And yes, I will wear it. I will wear it. So that's special. I have to get the other one out of these. These are one of my little pearl earrings that I won on Nancy Our Treasured Home. That's how we first met on her channel. And I found these. I mean, she gave me these little earrings that she made and her granddaughter picked out for me. So I was just putting it in this little plastic sack so that seed sack so that it wouldn't get scratched up. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? I have another Mother's Day story for you. So I don't want to take them down because I'll have a tumble storm. I was doing my arts and craft class downstairs a couple of years ago, and a lady who didn't come to my class, she's a writer and lives in my building. She came downstairs and she sat on the edge of the class and she picked Hershey up and put him on her lap. He's like, people talk to him in Russian, in Ukraine, in Spanish. I don't even know what language. And he's down there like, meow. Well, these are my handy dandy chopstick. I always keep a chopstick around. And so I'm pushing the corners out, Donzel. So I'm going to go around the edges. This one is not going to need cross stitching because it is it's small, and I'm going to sew far enough in that it catches all of the corners. And the other one is exactly like it. So once else said send, he sent me an email so that I can send it. I'm happy to, and I appreciate your support, Donzel. I really, really do. I appreciate each and every one of you. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. Everything, everything. You know, on Mother's Day, the thing about Mother's Day, my mother, she remembers all of our friends growing up. All of our friends. I am almost 77 years old, you guys. And every friend that I've ever had is still friends with mommy. Still friends with mommy. You know, from elementary school, before I started elementary school, even. Neighbors where we've lived. We haven't lived a whole lot of places. I can remember one place when we were really little, then a second place, and then the house they have now. So they it's like 75 years. My mother has lived through in my life. I don't know what she did before I was born, her and daddy. Yes, I do. They told me, but I don't remember. And we lived in another place. And some of the friends that we're friends with now, um, my parents were friends with before I was born. I got a message from a Jennifer who was like a sister to her. She calls me sis. I was the flower girl in her wedding. These two are almost exactly alike, except I see a little bit of difference. Okay, they both have this dog in the middle, but this one has more faces. No, this one has more faces available. Donzel, let me know which one you want. You want the one with all these? No, you want the one with all these pound puppies, or the one with the the main dude, the main dude here. So let me know if you want the main dude or the other one, and I will get that in the mail to you, sir. So now, I didn't turn the license plate around and around and around. And Maria Grimm saying, Happy Mother's Day, Mother. Ego Amote. Whenever you see this one, Ego Amote, Mother. She has her smartphone with her. I don't know. I'm sure she doesn't know how to pull it up. She usually watches on TV, on her big TV, like I do. I watch most of it on TV and chat or send messages when I can. And then sometimes When daylight comes, when daylight comes and I want to go home. When daylight comes and I see the typing, I'm like, who in the heck spelled that like that? Who did that on mine? Jegs is saying, ladies, happy Mother's Day to all y'all beautiful ladies. Yes. And you don't have to be a mother to celebrate Mother's Day. My friend Joan upstairs, that I was just telling you about, that walks her sheep for me, I celebrate the women in my life. That's what I celebrate because they contribute to my well being, my happiness, my whatever. Like when I'm gone, one of my neighbors will get my mail for me, make sure there are no notices on my door. We have a little thing outside our door. And so here's this one. It says fabric hoarder. I will give her a good press before I sew around the edges so that I can make sure that it's flat. And then I'm going to put the magnets on here and put it on my refrigerator because it should say X fabric hoarder. I hoard the few things that I have left. I don't buy a lot of fabric, but I've got bits and pieces that can go from now on. And of course, I have 60 quilt tops that already need to be finished. So I've committed to making one new piece per year. And I'm in a tribe. I'm in a tribe, a quilting tribe. Oh, Donzel wants the one with all the puppies. Okay. Okay. You got it. You got it, Donzel. And you guys, let's give Donzel a hand for always being the first one to put the leave a message in the chat. And that helps the algorithm. It really does. Everything you all do, whether you're in the bushes, watching. Somebody said, what does it mean to be in the bushes? What it means is I'm going to go around the edges of yours first, Donzel. Oh, aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? And of course, I will put my label on the back. On the back. So now we're just going to go around the edges and hold the batting, the 3 layers. Quilting is not the piecing of the fabrics that make the colorful top. Quilting is the sewing of the 3 layers and making a sandwich. Thank you for Maria Graham for making sure that I saw that Donzel wants the one with all the puppies. All right, all right, all right. Put my chopstick back over here. Oh, somebody asked me, what is this I use for a trash can? It's actually very pretty. GQUAT. But what it is a handmade vase. Those of you who have never worked with clay before, this is made by rolling out with a rolling pin. I didn't have one of those spinning things. I did this at the senior center in the same town where this quilt shop was. And you see the middle of this? I found a piece of a tree outside and I impressed it in it. Then I traced it with, I don't know, some of the tools that were there. And I did it in rehab after I woke up from a coma 10 years ago. And I was part of my therapy. And then I mushed them together and I punched holes in it. I made it like pie dough. I made it like pie dough. And I think it was 2016 when I made it. And then they took it and sent it to be fired. And when it came back, I glazed it again. It's actually hit the floor a couple of times. So it's pretty strong. It's probably thicker than it should have been. But you can do clay arts and crafts without even having one of those big kilns. Now my sister Joanne has 2 kilns, and they're for glass, and they go up to thousands of degrees. Thousands of degrees. Donzel, my sister Joanne Stevens is clapping for you. Yay, Donzel. So let me finish going around the edges of your pound puppies. And every cup of coffee or tea or whatever libation, you will think of your Auntie Ellen. So, I'm leaving my mark in the world. Okay. I will hand sew the edge down because I'll show you why. I will hand sew the edge down because the stitching is far over. So now I will do the other puppy, the giveaway 22. I don't have a catalog, Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner. I didn't see you come in. Hello. Hello, sis. I used to have a register in my computer. I'll have to bring it up. But, Miss Shirley, half of the projects, not half, a goodly number of them, at least 60 of them, are still waiting for me to finish. I liked doing the tops and then I never got to the rest. So I will finish doing this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This one is a little bit thicker. I can feel it chugging along. Chugging along. Chugging. Chugging along. 1 minute, you guys, and I will see your questions or anybody that came in the room after I started not trying to sew my fingers. Okay, so all right, when I get to 2200, this will be the giveaway. This will no need to keep showing you Donzel's and getting your lips warmed up for it. And I will put my label on it. So this is a cute little giveaway as well. It looks like a Great Burmese dog. The black and white puppy in the middle. Those get to be pretty big. Pretty big. So, and let me see if I have a glue stick. I do. And no job is complete. Let me see if I have any of the labels out. Okay, I need a little label. Yep. Here are a couple. Because why I'm so OCD-ish, I always do things the same way. Not bad today. She planted some veggies. Thanks for asking, Maria. Okay. All right. Oh, I was looking at something sticking up, but I have a map of Africa back there. I made a fabric map of Africa quilt with all 54 states, countries in it. And I that was a template I used to make the pattern to cut them all out. Now, what I do, I use my pinking shears. Some call them zigzag shears. Why? Because they look like a zigzag stitch. And I just cut the edges so they don't ravel. These are cheesy, but I like it, gives it a little finish. It's the little things that matter when you're making something. And that's the difference when you make something by hand as opposed to making something that is mass produced. You can add your little tricks and things to it. So now you know what I'm putting all my little strings in over there in the corner. So I use a glue stick and put just a little bit. Whenever I'm putting like one of the labels from the Cricut machine or whatever, I always put a little bit of glue stick on it to hold it still because it's such a little piece. It's such a little piece that you don't want it sliding around on you. So, original by Pankey. Why does it say Pankey? Because that's my nickname. And there's an artist named Ellen Pankey. There's another one named Penny Pankey. So I chose Penny Pankey because that's what my family calls me. Let me see now. Hoping I'm sewing this on straight. Sewing black on black. This is why quilters use a gray or an off-white thread because when you're sewing black on black, you can't see it. It's like invisible ink. It's like invisible. And don't get old. Don't get old, baby. Don't get old. I'll put one more stitch down here. And one more stitch over here. Going up the side. And I always start on the long side of the label, just so the machine has something to grip. And one more, just so it has something to get. So the next time you see me sewing will be Thursday. I don't know what the date is next week. And I'll be sewing from Arizona. Sewing from Arizona. Maybe we'll have a guest visitor. Maybe my sister will come upstairs and visit us. Come sit and say a few words. So let me see if I'm missing. Okay. So here we go. So you guys, you see this? This is two cute little gifts in one hour, plus a gift for myself. 3. This is how it is to make something yourself, and I'll even put my little label on my. Maybe I'll put it on the front. Yeah, how about that? But I'm still going to press it so that I can get these little edges pressed down straight. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today. It will be a little bit short. Do you have any questions? I wish a happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers, to all the nurturers, to anyone who's ever given another person some love. Agape love, like in the Bible. Do you know that the Bible, no matter what your religion is, but the Bible has 32 words for love, and agape is the one that my pastor our pastor, Joanne Stevens, at McKinley Baptist Church in South Central LA, where we used to go there. And our cousin was a pastor there, one of the lay pastors. He wasn't the primary pastor, he now has his own church. But Rev used to always be talking about agape love, and that's a universal kind of love. So I bring it every day saying Happy Mother's Day. I go, well, I'm going to tell you guys in American Sign Language, this is an I, this is an L, this is a U. This is how you say I love you. And hold on for the outro. Thanks for coming in.